This video is brought to you by Reblum.
Hey, Bobby.
Ivan, this is a big day, isn't it?
It is a very big day.
We can finally talk about what we got in our hands.
It's been years talking about this, and finally it's here.
The GFX100RF.
100 megapixel on something so portable.
But does this redefine medium format, you think, once again?
I think it gives the medium format user option. It's like an everyday medium format camera. Finally, there's one.
Well, I mean, because we're back in the day, we're obviously with Fujifilm with the GFX50R, right?
Yep.
Everybody loved that camera.
Yeah.
And they were hoping that Fujifilm would bring something out, sort of that rangefinder feel.
Correct.
Obviously, that had, you could interchangeable lenses on
Yes.
it. This is a fixed lens, but what they did with this camera, the design, taking the X100, that design language, I should say, nobody expected this. Did you? I mean, okay, he's a Fujifilm ambassador, so he knows things that I don't know, but did you expect this?
No, it's like I've been bugging So-san about this for 5 years. You know, So-san's a good pal of ours. We've been talking about it. He said someday he'll make this, but he didn't promise anything. But So-san, it's finally here. Thank you very much.
So what we're gonna do is, it's starting to sprinkle a little bit. There might be some clouds or whatever the case is. We're gonna take some photos. We're gonna talk about the camera, how it performs, real world situations, image quality, all that great stuff.
Shoot some cool dudes and beautiful babe too.
And motorcycles as well. Let's do it. So Ivan, here's the question. Silver or black? Let's just get it out of the way. Silver or black for this?
I'll go for the silver. What about you?
I like the silver a lot too, especially with the square hood now that comes with it.
Right.
Because I wasn't expecting Fujifilm to do this.
Right.
You know, it's almost like they got inspiration from maybe someone like you and others who work with square hood. Or like,
I would think so
okay,
too.
this looks good on an X106.
Yeah.
Let's put this on this GFX100RF. But the black is nice too. It is. I mean,
It comes with a black hood.
it does as well. It's a really sleek camera. I say the black would be more incognito, but the silver with the two-tone gives it that more that depth, I feel. That's just me personally, but love to hear what you guys think in the comment section below. Silver or black? We're both on the silver camp,
That's right.
but I don't know, man. I don't know. Both
If you can't make up your mind, as always, just get both.
That's true. Ivan's got discount. Don't quote me on that. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah.
There's too many. I didn't ride my bike here today. I should have.
The rain.
I know.
I thought so too.
I know.
Yeah.
Because I always do photo shoots with you on my motorcycle.
Everything we wheels is always you.
And with a GFX as well.
Yeah. If you want to guess my occupation, I'm not a model, even though I can pose.
I thought you'd be a model, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm actually a commercial photographer, and I review camera once in a while with
There we go.
Bobby.
There we go.
Yeah. That's what happens if you stop a babe, they'll stop for you because you have the camera. See? The ingredient is the camera, not the guy or anything, you know?
Thank you.
Okay, one more shot. 1, 2.
Here's the thing. When I first heard the lens 35 f4, I was worried about the f4. What are your thoughts on this aperture? Because I was hoping for, let's say, 2.8 or 3.5.
I know, same here
right?
too. But I think at 2.8, I wish for 2.8, but I think the lens will be a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So I think it's about being balanced at this size. So I wouldn't say it's a compromise because if you zoom in, there's quite great amount of depth actually.
Right. I mean, now I say the only time is if you're like in lower light situations, right?
Yes.
Like if you're gonna be shooting, let's say in a restaurant or in like a dimly lit room, the ISO will jump up quite a bit.
Yes,
but you'll need a
because
flash.
F4.
Yeah, you'll need a flash.
Right.
But that might be the only caveat. Then obviously without IBIS, you're gonna have to be really steady.
Yeah.
But in a situation like this right now,
It's fine.
It's perfect. And by the way, you notice the difference in our cameras is because I've got the adapter for the hood. But what's interesting about this adapter is if I feel like there's something more that can be done with this camera. Like if you look at the X106, Ivan, and you've had the converters, right?
Right.
I mean, we're shooting this way in advance. We don't know, but could there be a converter for this?
I don't know. I wish they make two converters.
Yeah.
28, maybe wider 24. And maybe a 50mm for more portrait kind of lens.
Right.
It'll be perfect. My life is complete if you have 2 more converters.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because already right now you can do digital crop in.
Yeah.
Up to what is it, about 80 millimeters thereabouts?
So 80 millimeters gives you about 20 megapixel, 63 gives you about 31, and the 45mm gives you about 61 megapixels.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're getting a lot there, but to have a converter would be nice.
Of course.
And to match the optics of this lens.
Yeah, it gives you more reach, more versatility with just 2 lenses. and you can travel around the world.
There you go.
Yeah.
One camera body, 2 converters, you're good.
Exactly.
All right.
I just want to jump in here as I'm editing the video and talk about what it's like to use this camera in lower light situations, indoors, events, restaurants, etc., because it's a very compact camera, right? For whatever reason, this camera is very aggressive on ISO, especially when you set it to auto ISO. Case in point, here's an image of my partner. We were at a restaurant. As you can see, there's some light there. It's not that dimly lit. 1/50th of a second, f4, 12,800. That's what the camera thought I needed to take this image. Now, when you see the image, it's pretty much mush. It looks like it's a, 5 megapixel image. I mean, there is no detail in it whatsoever. And then I tried another image. Again, lower light. There's still some light at the table. I mean, it's not that bad. 1/30th of a second, f4, 12,800. This is extremely aggressive. And one of the benefits of medium format is to have that dynamic range, especially when you shoot in RAW. Now, for this video, all the images you're seeing here are JPEG because we don't have access to the RAW files. But still, this is really aggressive. So I asked Ivan, I've asked other photographers this who understand Fujifilm cameras, and they said the same thing to me, and I've experienced this as well, is manually adjust your ISO in lower light situations. Why? Because you can underexpose by 2, even 3 stops sometimes and still pull out the detail in the edit. Because that's one of the benefits, the dynamic range in these files, especially in RAW. Now, so I would recommend if you are going to get this camera, you're going to go into a lower light situation, manually adjust the ISO. Maybe Fujifilm will fix this, I don't know. Again, it's a pre-production camera, but it's something that I experienced. Okay, let's talk about today's sponsor, Reblum. Let's say you're a portrait photographer, a wedding photographer, an event photographer, or maybe just a hobbyist, and you like to take pictures of people. But sometimes their skin isn't the best, and you want to retouch it, and especially if you're doing an event or wedding, you need a batch process and do this relatively fast, right? Because they want the pictures quickly. Well, this software here is a 1-2-click process that's going to save you so much time. I have some other plugins that I use. This is natural looking, and it works extremely well. Case in point, let's look at this image of this lady here. She's got this rockabilly vibe from the Wicked Wallet Festival that we're seeing here in the review that we're doing. Now, looking at her skin, okay, it's all right. Not the best. None of our skin's perfect, by the way. Mine isn't either, all right? But let's take a look at what we can do here. We go to Reblum Retouch. We've got Natural, Fashion, and you've got 2 sliders to use and a preset for high quality, fast, in terms of how you want it to render and how fast you want it to go. Obviously, high quality, so you get the best out of your image, especially with a 100 megapixel medium format camera, okay? Look at this. Look how natural this looks. Here's the before and here's the after. It's subtle, but it changes a lot. Now, let's go do fashion here because that's gonna be a little bit more aggressive. Before, after, before, after. That is fantastic. And again, if you want to add even more to it, you just have to hit OK and just redo the plugin again, and it will even soften it up even more. But it maintains the texture of the skin, which is important. And with a 100 megapixel medium format sensor, it sees everything. My partner, she's got great skin, by the way, like fantastic skin. So this was taken with the GFX100 II. Now this is with fashion. This might be a bit aggressive on her skin, but still look at the texture. You still see all that right there. Let's go to natural. And this was the original, and that's after. Original and after. And it works around the neck, around the face. It does all these areas, and it does it really, really quickly. Again, you can batch process, plug in for Photoshop, Capture One, Lightroom, or as a standalone app as well. If you want to try this out, there is a trial period that you can download it and see how it works for you. And if you want to purchase this, click on my link below and I'll give you 20% off. Big thanks to Reblum for sponsoring this portion of the video. And now back to our GFX100RF video.
You know, I was thinking, right? You know, we're at this kind of like a bike fair, right? Or this kind of like gathering, and there's guys with leather jackets and tattoos, long hair.
So cool, right?
They're very cool.
Yeah.
But you always wonder, what do they do for like a living?
Teachers, usually.
Teachers?
Yeah, they're usually teachers, you know, or clerical clerks, you know.
Clerical clerks.
Yeah, because after they wear long sleeve and a home side parting.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, look at all the teachers.
You had an idea, right, that we should go around, take some photos, and ask them what they do.
We'll guess first.
Let's do that.
Okay, let's do that.
Erwin.
Erwin.
Bobby, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Bobby.
Ivan, nice to meet you, Owen. Yeah.
Okay, so I love the look. You got the whole vintage vibe here,
Yeah.
kind of like 1930s, 40s, Americana,
yeah.
right? So I'm thinking mechanic.
Are you self-employed?
Self-employed.
Oh, self-employed.
Oh, self-employed.
Okay.
That's good.
So not a mechanic.
No.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Not near.
Not near.
Crypto.
Nah.
No.
IT.
Nah.
Wow.
Do you make things?
I do.
Okay.
You're in fashion.
Right.
You're a
Okay.
fashion designer.
I'm a tailor.
Tailor.
You're a tailor.
Wow. He's a tailor.
Suits or what? What do you tailor? What do you everything?
Everything.
Okay, what's your shop? What do you do?
Mills.
Mills?
TGC.
Okay.
Mills is at Chinatown. Yeah,
Okay.
Mills. MILLS.
Oh, Mills. Okay.
Mills.
You need to make a suit. Now you know where to go.
What kind of suits do you do? Everything?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
All right. All right, pleasure, man. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. We didn't get it right.
We were not even close.
I know.
We gotta find someone that just looks hardcore, right?
Yeah, hardcore,
Like,
yeah.
super hardcore.
This gentleman here.
Yeah, let's ask him.
Hi, can we take a picture of you?
Yeah.
Is it
You.
awesome? All right.
Okay, we are doing this video. We are just going to stop random people and not just take their pictures, but to ask them, we are trying to guess your occupation. Because,
there we go.
okay. Are you both
How do you
self-employed?
own this car?
Yeah. Are you guys self-employed?
No.
Okay, you're working.
Okay. Do you work anything to do with motorcycles? No, not at all. Well, this is
See,
fun.
it's interesting, you know?
This is very interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you work in finance?
No.
No.
I'm in logistics.
Logistics, okay.
Logistic. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Bobby, by the way.
Ivan, nice to meet you. Yeah.
See you later.
So, Nicholas, how about you?
Nicholas, yeah.
I'm in Marine.
A Marine.
Ah.
You're a Marine. That's all, man. That's all, man. All right.
Nice meeting you both.
thanks,
Thank you for your
man.
time.
We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Hey, pleasure.
bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
I love
It's
it.
interesting.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we should talk more about the camera, right? You've had the camera for a little bit of time, right?
Yeah. Not as long as you.
Not as long, well, of a few days difference.
Okay.
I mean, here's a question, right? Because I know Ivan for a while. You've been an X100 fan since the very beginning.
Yeah.
The very first one all the way. That kind of got you into Fujifilm, right?
Right.
So, with this in your hands
Right.
for the past, how many weeks you've had it, right?
Yeah.
Week plus. Would you sell a Fujifilm X100 and get this instead?
Of course, I'll sell the X106 and get it. Of course.
Really?
Okay,
You like
yes,
it? You like it much?
yes, yeah.
You like it much more?
I think it's a bit more. It is not as small as X106. Neither
Right.
is this very big.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It weighs a bit more.
Yeah.
But I think it's comfortable enough to like just hold it
Yeah.
the whole day.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a very comfortable camera to use. That's the one thing.
Because at 100 megapixel, what more can I ask for? It's able.
Yeah.
It's stylish.
Yes.
Right. You can shoot anything with it.
Yeah. I would say the things that would be considered, of course, is IBIS, not having IBIS.
Yes.
That's something that you just have to learn a bit more to work with it.
Yeah.
But I think out of the gate, as a first version of this kind of
Right.
format,
Right.
style, it's gonna, again, shake up the medium format game again.
I'm sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hasselblad had their 907X, which is a very great, beautiful, sort of the V-series camera system,
Yes,
right? Gorgeous.
yeah.
Then they had the X2D, which is similar
Right,
style
right,
as
right,
the GFX100
right,
too.
right.
But now we're getting a true rangefinder, in essence,
Yeah.
in medium format.
Yeah.
It's amazing. This dial right here, this dial makes using this camera so much fun.
It took me a while to get used to it because the other day I was shooting, I wanted to shoot 65-24 format. I was searching in the menu.
Right.
I couldn't find it. It took about a minute before I realized it's right here.
Yeah.
And I just turned it down.
Because that's one of the great things about medium format with this sensor size and everything is the crop power,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And 65/24, which is kind of the X-pan ratio.
Correct.
Right? This, right there on the dial, you can just change like that. Now again, it's JPEG only, but again, you can throw it in a Lightroom or Capture One and get the crop as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But, man, it is cool. And this tilt display is like the X100. It is seamless.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
It flashed nicely.
Yeah.
So you wanna buy my X106?
No, I need to get this.
Okay.
I need to get this. I'll help you sell it.
Okay. Can we take a picture of you first? Hold this, please. Okay, beautiful light, Bobby. Look. What's your name?
Day.
Dave. Ivan.
Ivan.
That's Bobby.
Hi, Bobby. Nice to meet you.
Bobby,
Yes,
we know that she's a model.
obviously.
Yeah. But what's the real occupation now?
I think she's a hedge fund manager.
I think she's a childcare teacher. Does she look like a childcare teacher?
I'll go back to preschool. So what do you do?
I'm a model.
Yes.
And what else do you do?
Marketing for Thai food catering.
Oh,
Okay, type of
marketing
catering.
for Thai food catering.
Nice.
Right,
Okay.
right. We love Thai food.
Which is the best Thai food to get here in Singapore?
Supposed to be super Thai.
Super Thai.
That's the place to go.
We're gonna go to Super Thai.
For dinner later.
Later we
Okay,
are.
we'll do that.
Hope to see you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
you very
you.
much. Thank you.
So just now we did a couple of shots
Yes.
using the digital zoom.
Yeah.
It is not as the bokeh at f4, of course.
Yeah.
Will not be as great.
Right.
But I think at 20 megapixel, because it's an 80mm zoom,
Yeah.
or the focal length 80mm, it's cropped in.
Yes.
It's acceptable to me.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It
I
is.
mean, it may not have the bokeh as a portrait lens.
Right.
But at 80mm, you can actually shoot food photography.
Right.
Some products.
Yeah.
It still works.
I mean, you have the cropping power. Look,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about the 100 megapixels that everybody loves to have is that you just have so much versatility.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, it's nice to have it inside the camera. You may not ever use it because you can crop in Photoshop or Lightroom or Capture One and just do whatever you want.
True.
I found the autofocusing to be pretty decent.
Right.
So I would say it's good, but obviously we're using pre-production cameras. We have to
Right.
put that as a disclaimer, so
Yeah.
things could be improved.
Yeah.
But I found overall over the last week and a half using it that it's pretty accurate, and video is surprisingly good.
I like the video capability.
Yeah, I do too as well.
I was searching for the video function of it. I couldn't find it.
Same with
actually.
me.
Right.
I called Joe 10:30 at night. Joe, you're watching this video,
Right.
you know. And I'm like, Joe, where is the video dial or button? He goes,
Yeah, yeah.
it's in our drive. I'm
I
like,
know. I was searching high and low for it. I thought like this is a pure photography camera. There's no video at all. But thankfully it's 4K.
Yeah, it's 4K.
Yeah.
4K.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you think this is a flash, it is not a flash.
Right.
It's just autofocusing, right?
Yeah.
So definitely I would say get a flash for something like this,
Of
right?
course, of course. Yeah. I had fun.
I had fun too, man. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't do videos like this all the time, once a year.
Yeah. But fortunately, actually, once a year.
But I mean, I'm glad we were able to take this camera out to something like this. You get to see the chromatic aberration in terms of performance and how the lens performs, the colors, the image quality. I mean, it's the same as the GFX100, right?
Yeah.
This lens is a really good lens. Is it a leaf shutter lens? It is. Yes, it's a leaf shutter lens.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between the other lenses from Fujifilm.
Correct.
I mean, I have to say, this is going to be a huge hit this year. This is going to be a huge hit, I feel.
I'm sure too.
Yeah.
Because I think there are a lot of GFX users.
Yeah.
And a lot of those photographers outside of the ecosystem who's looking for a medium format.
Sure.
But don't want to invest in many lenses.
Yeah.
This is a good start.
I agree.
And it can do a lot of things.
I mean, we don't know the exact price point at the time of this video. Obviously, it will be announced when this is released, so we should know probably by then. But
Yeah.
if it's in that $4,000 US range, this is going to be a home run.
I'm sure.
I mean, and I think Fujifilm is going to be quite aggressive with this one because they know they got a hit on their hands.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so with that, guys, if you like this video, hit that like button. Ivan, what's your YouTube channel? FujiFanBoys all the way through.
All the way through. Just FujiFanBoys. Yeah.
Follow, subscribe, all that great stuff. Yes, give it all. Give the love to Ivan.
Show some love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for the support. We'll chat to you all very, very soon. Take care.
A few moments later.
Oh, by the way, we forgot. Here's the black one too.
Which one do you prefer?
Black or silver?
Silver. If you come make up your mind, both. Problem solved.